Winning races has always helped sell cars, but it wasn't until NASCAR that the emphasis shifted from sports cars to family cars like most of us drive. But as the car markets change, NASCAR's big V8s from the Big Three aren't always appropriate. So Motorweek's Craig Singhaus hit the high road for a close look at a racing series that could become the next win on Sunday, sell on Monday success.
Usually if you're talking 4 doors and 4 cylinders, well, you're pretty much talking about the family grocery getter. Not very exciting. And that is unless you start thinking about them the way the rest of the world does, as touring cars.
In Europe and many other parts of the world as well, touring car racing has a popular following that is comparable to the frenzied fanatics of NASCAR. And now this excitement has found its way to our shores as well, as the North American Touring Car Championship.
Some of the key things about touring car racing, I think some of the things that appeal to people and why it's gained so much popularity around the world, the standing start, which creates tremendous action at the beginning and obviously a lot of potential for some interesting action going into turn 1, and also the kind of no-holds-barred racing action on the track. A little bit along the lines of NASCAR, but not maybe quite to that extent. We don't condone taking people out of races, but the fender banging, the wheel banging, the mirrors here and there, that kind of stuff, this has all become an integral part of touring car racing.
And while these cars may look like your average grocery getter, they truly are wolves in sheep's clothing.
The cars are all 4-door sedans, mid-sized sedans that you see on the street every day. It's not in your driveway, it's probably in your neighbor's driveway. They all have 2-liter engines, quite a small engine for racing, but they get a good amount of horsepower out of it. They have to maintain their drive configuration. As it's front-wheel drive, it's got to stay front-wheel drive. Rear-wheel drive stays rear-wheel drive, or all-wheel drive. They all run about the same weights, and they all run the same size tires. They look pretty much like street cars on the outside, but they're thoroughbred race cars underneath the skin.
With their carbon fiber interiors, sequential transmissions, and 300 horsepower 2-liter engines, it's no wonder these machines often end up costing over $200,000 apiece. Still, the expense does pay dividends to the manufacturers involved.
Chrysler did all the work in-house to build the car. They're really using this whole program as a tool to train their platform engineers. That is to say, the guys that engineer the street cars, a lot of them are here right now today. They come out to the racetrack, they learn a lot about racing, they get motivated, and they learn how to think creatively, shall we say. Renard has done a lot of dynamic work and a lot of suspension work, and I think that's where we have an unfair advantage right now. I'm allowed to use that.
Yeah, you are.
But it isn't just auto manufacturers that acquire and exhibit new technologies from their involvement in a race series such as this.
Michelin's very excited about being involved in the North American Touring Car Championship. It gives us an opportunity to train our engineers because we know racing is a very dynamic exercise and it teaches people how to think quickly on their feet. The Pilot SX racing slick that all the competitors will be racing on is a 19-inch diameter tire. The tire is only about 8 3/4 inches wide, so you can see it has to be very rugged and durable to survive the 300 horsepower that's being applied to it from these touring cars.
And so it seems that the operative phrase for the touring car series may be learn on Sunday, sell on Monday.
Now for a